Hey, second grade. I feel like you're going to be tired of seeing my face after I post all these videos, but that's okay. Today in our social studies lesson, I wanted to talk to you about traditions. This is a fun one because this is what we do with those that we love, those that we care about. And even now, we're still doing some traditions. We're just doing them through media instead of through face to face and at home and going to other people's houses. So, I want to talk to you about a few traditions that Americans celebrate and some that we actually have one specifically that we have in Texas that I actually didn't know about until we moved here a couple of years ago. So I think that's pretty cool that even state to state there are different celebrations. So the first one is a big one we all celebrate. It's Thanksgiving. I know that our family, we like to get together with, usually we get together with my in-laws, my husband's family, and we celebrate Thanksgiving. It started because of the Pilgrims. They came in 1620 and they had a successful harvest. So that successful harvest, they gave thanks and they invited the Wampanoag tribe, which was really cool because they were able to celebrate with those that helped them as they were struggling to become independent of the stuff that was happening in Europe. The other celebrations we have, a really important one that we all celebrate, hopefully we'll all be able to celebrate together, is the 4th of July, Independence Day. That was when we were officially no longer a colony of Great Britain, but we became our own independent country. We all celebrate that in some way or another. Our cities usually do either fireworks or some other kind of fun parade event like that. And that's how we celebrate that. Another holiday that we celebrate all together is the first Monday in May, the last Monday in May. It's the Memorial Day. And that is one that we celebrate and we honor those that have died because they were fighting for freedoms for us. People who have been in wars or have been treated unjustly and killed by other countries. And we honor those people who have sacrificed themselves serving our country and died. The one that I was talking about that I didn't know about until we moved to Texas is Juneteenth. I always thought that was kind of silly. Whenever I looked at the calendar, I had no idea what that meant. Juneteenth is a celebration for Texans when they were no longer slaves. It's when we finally accepted that there was, how do I say this nicely, a complete lack of respect for a group of people who did not deserve to be treated. They were. And so we gave them their independence the way we should have from their very beginning. We shouldn't have had to give it to them, but we did. And so they were no longer slaves here in Texas. And to celebrate, there are parades, there are picnics, there are things that happen here in Texas. And I think that that is a great way to honor those that had to deal with something terrible and to try and make amends a little bit for what we did. In the past, our country did in the past, not necessarily you or me, but in the past. And that is June 19th here in Texas. Another celebration is Veterans Day. And this is for the people who are still alive, who have served our country. Any of you who are watching who have grandparents, have parents, have cousins, aunts, uncles who are serving in the military, Veterans Day, that's in November 11th. It's sometimes in the middle of the week. Sometimes we celebrate it over a weekend. And what that day is to honor those who are serving, have served, are still alive. And we just appreciate the sacrifices they made to make our country and our home safe. So those are some of the celebrations. That's what we would be talking about this week in social studies. And I hope that you learned something. Tell me in the comments what it is that you like to do in your celebrations. Give me one holiday that your family does as a tradition. Maybe during Thanksgiving, what do you do with your family? Do you go around the table? Do you draw pictures? Or do you do something fun for 4th of July? I'd like to know. So go ahead and put it in a comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.